Alright, we are live with the GTI series. Again, I am sick, so commentary is going to be reduced to as little as possible. Again, once you guys have done qualifying with your car, that's a car you stick with. Watch the lights. We are yellow. We are yellow. If someone doesn't go, you can pass them. Just make sure to get up to that group. We'll be going green on the chicane. Can we not cut like that? Whoever just did that? I'm gonna find you to that and I'm gonna direct you back. Just merge with the field. Don't be going any slower than 60 is what I'll tell you. So, you probably should be going a little quicker, but I mean, that's up to you. Your still is not gone. Again, we still do pack lead rules. It's going to be a 5-minute long qualifying. Join if you can merge with the field. Here's we'll make her way up to the back of the field. Lights are black now. Cares. Green flag. We'll be starting the timer as soon as we have enough cars to, or so we'll be starting the timer as soon as we got a car that crosses the start finish line. Sorry, brain skipped a beat. Qualifying timer on. Looks like Nico's got, oh, he's got a little bit hot on the brakes. It was a little bit wide. That is Mitch. Here in pack lead is Gohan. Oh. with the first lap complete, looks like Nico Ops with the purple sector 1. Gohan is set at 128.999. That is almost within ROX Mod range. Purple sector 1 for twin. We're over halfway down our timer speaking. Probably might have another lap before the timer's fully out. Twin, Nico moving himself into second place spot. Here's Twin out of the chicane. And Twin goes top of the board with a 128.461. Looks like we'll be seeing the white flag this time. So the white flag is out. One more lap to go. Once you guys cross the line, you'll have one more lap to go. It is the final lap for Gohan and Nico. Looks like Gohan is really fast. Sector 1. Let's see what the Sector 2 looks like for him. It's decent. Oh, I think Nico just invalidated his own lap, so out of the final turn, the checker flag, excuse me, the checker flag coming out for Gohan and Nico. And the checker comes out for everyone else behind. So you guys are done. You guys can line up on the grids. We will be doing a rolling start. However, we'll be doing the same thing we did with the other class. The same thing we did with the ROX Mods, where we just do our start procedures. Sorry, my voice is dying now. My chest hurts kind of in a way. Like, it doesn't hurt like heart pain. It's like it hurts from coughing. So, if you guys could line up here. Again, following order, Twin Triple V sits in first place. Second place is going to be Gohan 131. Third place will be Niklaus. Fourth place will be Eris. Fifth place will be Mitch. Let's not Arca break it. Fifth place will be Mitch. Sixth place, if Dabcat wants to start. Seventh should be 1 2 Proto. Eighth place will be R15 Wazad. So, we're gonna start clearing out the extra pit boxes in cars. See who's where. Okay, so there's the white Porsche. I'm gonna delete the unattended 2 cars. Reminder that the way the pits work is you go in first gear before the white line. And then you will stay in first gear until you cross the white line on the track, on the pit lane. That's it. You must be within your bots. Now, there is not a bots. No. Once you've qualified, that's the car you stick with. I said that already, so. That being said, because of how the pit bots is configured, I'll have some leniency. Just try to make sure. Gohan is in that car, so you're gonna go to the red one with a. You're gonna go to the one that's red with a black circle and a number 1. Yeah. If you want, like, I could teleport you to it. They're gonna hop out of their cars. I know these things don't. Alright. This is your pit bots. Does anyone else want to know where their pit bots is? I've slightly messed up because I didn't realize that the GTR was still being raced. That's driven by 1 2 Proto. So as a backup, let's see what cars are here. Alright, Proto, you see this one? Make sure your car's within, like, the garage openings. I accidentally deleted his pit sign because I thought that the GTR wasn't being used, but it's okay. We'll just use Shibe's pit bots. You guys just need to try to stay between the two signs. Just try to stay between the signs. CC limit is going to be 30 cuts, which means 1 cut per lap. So, that being said, we're gonna do our pre-race, format. So, here we go again. any excuse to make a fighter jet fly over. We've sure been making sure the Chilean Air Force has been busy today. Alright, drivers, to your cars once you're ready. If you're not ready, then keep on staying out. Oh, sorry. Waiting on Eris in 1TM Proto. Real. Right, Eris is to her car. Now waiting on Proto. Put a timer. Be doing 2 pace laps. First one is to make sure all the systems work and everyone paces. By the way, when it comes to pacing, you guys are gonna merge into single file. So you will go one by row. So Twin will go first, then it'll be Gohan, then it'll be Nico, then it'll be Eris, then Mitch, then Dabcat. Incorrect. You forgot about Hoosier. Alright. Watch the lights. Yellow flag's out, go in the car review goes. So, again, VR15 weighing them out, you're in the back of the field. Please merge to your spots appropriately. So, Proto, you're in the back. Again, it is Twin, Gohan in second, third place is Nico. 4th place is Eris, 5th place is Mitch, 6th place is Dabcat, 7th place is Proto, and last is R15. However, Proto is having some lag issues, so right now you're okay, R15. I hope you guys all got fuel. If not, then you could take an EOL and go through the pit lane. An EOL standing for an end of line. So if you guys fucked up and you forgot to get fuel. Actually, you know what? I never ordered it, so I'm just going to direct everyone to the pit lane this lap. Yeah, that's probably the best move actually. So, if you guys could all do a fuel pit stop, so just you'll be stopping at your spots. There's no penalties. It's just this lap. I just want everyone to go into the pit lane. You will maintain your positions. It's just a bit of a emergency pit stop because I kind of fucked up as a host. So, Dabcat's doing fine. Dabcat is doing fine. That's on you. R15, you're still in the back of the field, please. I need the midfield to kind of chill out a bit. You guys don't need to be on each other's bumpers. Again, these are relatively high tri cars, so they can lag a lot. Again, if everyone could please head to the pit lane once it's their time. You guys will still stay in the same order. Again, it'll be Twin in first, Gohan second, Nico third, then Ares, and thus forth. It's just you'll be doing a stop and go. Remember, you don't need to wait for your fuel to rise. You just need to stop and press sets. Every pit box should be themed after the car, or to some degree something similar to that. I also will not be resetting CCs after the next lap. So. Then we're gonna head into the pit. If I'm gonna head to the pit lane, please maintain order. You also probably should not be tire warming because that kills your tires. Just Proto, stay behind Dabcat. Everyone to the pit, everyone to the pit, everyone to the pit, please. Again, this is a good opportunity for you to see what your pit box looks like. You just need to touch and go for fuel. Please don't get tires, just get fuel. I guess you can get tires. We'll head back to our order. So again, the order is Twin. You do not need to wait for fuel. Just get your fuel and go. If you, for whatever reason, are late, that is on you. You guys are going to go back to your positions. It'll be Twin Triple V sits in first place. Second place, Gohan. Third place, Nico. Fourth is Ares. No stopping on track. Okay, Proto, you're taking a... once you're in Proto, you're taking an EOL. You're starting from the back of the field for that. You guys are not allowed to stop on the track. Ares, I don't know why you're not going. You really need to get going, or else you're gonna be starting, you know, from the pit bots, which is not a situation you want to be in. Again, the Proto will be starting from the back of the field for hopping out of his car under caution. So he deliberately was doing a stop for stuff. Alright, Ares, get going to the field. Please go through the whole course. Do not cut. Just go full speed. They're on the back straight, so if you go full speed, you'll make it. You're just gonna have to go fast. Ares, you can go full speed to catch up. I would suggest you do if you want to keep your fourth place starting position. Proto, if you could catch up. I'm not sure why Ares is short shifting it. She really doesn't have a lot of time here to catch up. And the other guys are already making their way to the chicane as we speak. I think Ares is just making her way through the... Yeah, there she is in the back straight, so... Time really running out for Arisnetta here if she wants any shot to actually have a good start here. So come on, Aris, get up there. Prepare yourselves. Aris, merge to the back of the field unless you could do it right now. Okay. Watch the lights, Mitch, back it off. Green flag. Thought to pass there. That's okay. You got a bad start. We reset the cuts. No more cuts being reset. The lights are green. Harris, I'd appreciate if you're not stalled till the last second next time that happens. And also a reminder that the cut limit is 30. Nikolauts has climbed back up a couple of spots after his blunder at the start. Now attacking the 45 Arisnetta. I believe she's driving a different number in the GTI class, but typically that has been a number. Anyway, so yeah, the 59, like the default. I think that's the default number. Oh, we got 110 Proto around. We'll get it back going. Clouds looking like he's going to make it side by side for the podium position into turn 1. Air's going to get later on the brakes, and Nico makes his way through. Still side by side between Arisnetta and Nico Alts, however, Nico taking the wider line. Looks like Nico solidified his third place spot. We're pretty much running the same way we were during the Mid's car race. However, a bit of increased pace for Mitch driving the DGS 12 car. Not sure if pit's going to be a factor or not in today's race, but it very well could be. Nico's going to get a little bit loose. Gohan runs him wide. Here's Arisnetta looking to fight for that third place spot. Two of them side by side. Let's make the way now down the front straight. And from this point, I believe I'm going to take my break from commentary. So enjoy the show, folks. If anyone is watching, again, it's just hard to commentate with what I'm going through right now. So, I appreciate everyone's patience for that, of course. So, alright. Saved by yours. Please. Big crossover in the back. I think Dabcat had an R15. I was watching. Really starting to look like Eris's tires are starting to die out to some degree. I don't know if that's from herself, is that self-inflicted, or she's just really struggling with this car. I know that she's been saying that historically her car has been very tight. However, this season things have been taking a total 180, and she has been somewhat complaining about the car being very loose. See that Octacore's returned to the chat section. Hello there if you're watching. Here's Staff Cab with what might look like a good run here on the GGS 12 car. See if this little battle develops. By the way, Proto, you're almost halfway there to your time penalty. So, be careful. A lot of looseness out of Nico's SCG. He does recover, he doesn't really lose a whole lot out of it, however he definitely didn't gain anything. Here's not that far behind. We got a angle of Jake from his POV of the chicane enforcement. Little hop over the curves for Nico. It looks like Twin making his way to mark down the first 10 laps in domination. So Twin now 1/3 the way through the race. A little wide there for Eris into your first sector. Let's see what the board looks like. Twin so
Alright, Proto, pull it in. You're done.
You being cheeky?
Yep, you're done, Proto.
Okay.
And if you don't argue, you can race tomorrow, but pull it in.
Alright. Tough luck, man. I will clear his car out to reduce the amount of lag in game. Shouldn't be a lot of lag, but anywhere helps. Of course, if anyone does have lag, there is GUI in the top left of your screen if you can manage to do it maybe on like one of the long straights. Here's Ayers going around. Good save. Holy smokes. That chicane has been Ayers' nemesis throughout the weekend. Today, I mean, she made the mistake in mid-car. It cost her, nearly spinning out. And it seems like almost every time she's been making her way through that chicane, this race has been an absolute struggle for her. Man, oh man. Here, watch from the onboard of Ayers to see how things develop for her. Yeah, her car is looking very loose. I mean, she is one kind of person I could say about her. One thing I could say about her is that she knows how to control a loose race car. But I don't know if that's exactly the situation you want to be in right now. I mean, the cars ahead of her seemingly have been a little bit higher, only been just starting to crack loose, but I don't know, she might be looking for a pit stop in the next, probably the next 10 laps. Anytime the chicane she gets this. That was pretty rough for both Ayers and Nico. Ayers, as usual, getting loose. Nico goes way off course on the edge of the chicane. He's still going to hold up together and seemingly going a little bit further. So we got a car going through the pit box. That is Gohan. So it looks like Gohan going for pits. Alright. That was sketchy, Gohan, but you're good. You're good. Is that true? Well, Dabcat pulls it in too, so it looks like the pit cycles are starting to happen. Gohan's gone through the pits. Now it is the checkered Cadillac's turn. I'll let that slide. First gear red line. Alright. Dabcat completes his pit stop. Now it's Ayers Netta close behind Nico Alex. Crossover pass for the second place spot, and Twin makes his pit stop. That means that the current battle you see on the track is going to be the one for the lead. If Ayers or Nico stay out, both of them do stay out. coming out of the pits is Twin Turbo V6, who completes his pit stop. Yep, your race leader now is Arisnetta in the 650S. Only passed Nico on the last lap. I did see that, I believe I was through the chicane. So that last lap was just about as fast as a normal lap. So, I mean, she might consider staying out for a little while more. I mean, she's been getting really loose, but she knows how to drive a loose car and make it run almost as good as a fresh car. But, you know, spinning is the only real concern I think there needs to be concerned about. I mean, Twin currently about 7.5 seconds behind. So, of course, spinning is going to basically cost her that lead. Is she confident enough about pulling up to the end of the race? There's no way through chicane. I think for the first time actually does it pretty decently as Twin makes his way out. And there is Nico now pulling it in. Nico now doing his pit cycle. You don't need to wait for fuel, Nico. You just gotta press that and you're good. Alright. He's the guy that picked the cars after all, so I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. Then Nico now makes his way out of the pits and rejoins from the 4th place spot. And that could be a guesstimate of what could happen. Now, Twin had a near perfect pit stop. I watched it, and he did everything just about as good as you can. I mean, he's catching little by little there to Arisnetta. Now, one thing's for certain, if she does stay out, I do believe with some confidence she might be able to, at the very least of it, still stay in second. I'm not sure if that's something that would stay that way if she did a pit stop at this point. So we saw Nico a pretty good chunk behind Gohan, so that's something to think about at this current time. Check. What'd you say? I mean, you can, I guess. Just I probably won't score you. Won't matter at this point. If you like flip or something, I won't call caution. Okay, yeah. Very fortunately, but yeah. Well, I've said what I said, so I guess if you do, just know that you drive. I guess just if you crash or flip or something, I'm probably not going to call a caution for that. So that's the Jake on the track now, just running in the midst. And about that lap, looks like Twin and Eris has maintained themselves. In fact, Eris, despite the worn tires, gets the quick time, 127.956. Okay there, Eris. Well, this is the one track that Eris tends to really lock in. So, that being said, maintain that trend, she definitely still has a good shot of winning this. If not winning this, she'll definitely at least keep second. Jake, if you could let the leaders by you, by the way. We're not quite there yet, but they're getting there. Probably by the first turn or so. Alright. There's flashes her lights and a thank you. And up next is Twin. And Twin passes Jake. Thanks, Jake. Johan is up next, but it'll be a while. Very brave strategy by Eris to stay out of the pits, and for a lap, it looked like she was going really fast there. It might be a case of luck over skill. She is a good driver, of course, but I think she just probably got loose in the right way to get her car just the right time. Doesn't look like she's struggling a little bit again. A little loose through the chicane for Eris. Alright, Gohan will probably catch up to Jake by the first turn. So across the line is Twin, and that last lap Eris had gone a little bit quicker. Chick. And I did not mention any of this earlier, however, Dabcat has made the move into the top 5. They did pass Mitch. Now down the back straight is Eris Netta. This time when she crosses the line, she'll be seeing 10 laps to go. A purple sector 1 for Eris, an entire second quicker than Twin. Or purple sector 2 for Eris. Laps to go, the last third of the race underway. So you see a couple of the cars in the background, which are about to be overlapped. Here's R15, not far ahead from Eris. They've kind of been divided into two groups here. This lap definitely in favor of Twin. That sector 2 was a little bit rough for Eris. They have been kind of going back and forth, so We'll see what the next lap looks like. Oh, Ayers! Nearly loses it. She keeps it going. Good job by Ayers to keep herself together. However, Twin in the background, you can see closing in little by little. She's definitely not one of those laps you wanted to be if you're Ayers. It's definitely starting to look like a race where Ayers is just trying to keep herself together. Twin only about 2 seconds back. I think the Twin passes, she'll still be out to enjoy a very solid second place spot. I don't think she really needs to be worried about Gohan. She's been running the very risky no pit strategy. And that's also not accounting for fuel. I don't think fuel is a really big factor. I think she's probably okay with fuel, but first search on the tire wear. Ayers is going to run it wide. Twin's going to make the pass for the lead. And I think that might be it for Ayers. We'll see what the next lap spring. Ayers is too far behind Twin though, so I don't know. If Twin's tires are starting to probably wear down a little bit. It's been about 6, 7, 8 laps. I wouldn't say they're really that worn in yet, but definitely starting to happen. We got to a very major degree. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a twin win. He's got everything together as long as he doesn't make any big mistakes. Should be on route for a pretty good win. You got a really good pit strategy. I mean, I saw the pit, it was legit, but it was also really good. Yes, there's R15 not far ahead. Saying that having worn out tires against Twin with the relatively fresh tires is exactly the situation you want to be in. I think she should probably be okay against Gohan though. With that being said, Ayers, you have 8 cuts till you get a penalty. You're okay for now, but just letting you know. Next time by, we'll be seeing 5 laps to go. We've got currently 6 to go. As There's R15 getting passed by Twin. Now Airs is up next, right behind R15. That'll be R15 a lap down. Five laps to go for Twin. Something made errors, I think, let off for a good little bit, or there could have been lag. Not quite sure. See what the sector looks like, I might be telling. Yeah, she let off for half second there for some reason. Three laps to go for a leader and Eris. The Twin currently leading us off, and I think it's really his race to lose at this current time. There's Dapcat making the pass on T7 Jake. Man, poor Nico, he's alone in all this. 2 to go for Twin. The last couple legs of the race. This is the last time for really anything to go wrong. And there's some lap cars ahead of Twin. I think he'll probably... I don't think he'll pass them until after the race is done. I'm not sure. It's pretty close there. Oh, there's Jake. Gohan saying I'm betting on Twin was a little late to go with that, but I guess they do say never don't count your chickens until the eggs hatch. Twin making his way through turn 1, the white flag in the air. If you get passed by Twin, this is your final lap. So I don't think he'll reach, I don't think he's going to reach Mitch in time, but pretty close there. He's got a big gap to himself and theirs. Making his way through the final sectors. Twin Turbo V sits. He's got one more chicane to go before he wins the finale of the GTIs. Now makes his way through the chicane. It's a clean run through. There's nothing stopping him at this point. Making his way now through the final quarter. Your race winner of the GTI finale is going to be Twin Turbo V6, and he spins around but crosses the line in style. Spin and win. Shank. Ayers crossed in second place. Gohan is the car that'll be finishing us off in third. Now please let Dabcat and Mitch figure their own battle out. Gohan crosses the line. We'll be taking home a podium position. It's not that far off between Dabcat and Mitch. Eagleout's finishing in fourth place, so we're going to be watching the battle now. The last two cars on track is Dabcat and Mitch. Dabcat makes his way down the back straight. These guys just barely crossed ahead of our leaders. They have a whole lap to figure things out. Now through the S's into the chicane we go. Looks like a decent exit for Dabcat. Through the final corner. Finishing in the top 5. Gonna be Dabcat that finishes in 5th place. 6th place is gonna go to Mitch. Alright guys. If you guys want to head to the podium, again our top 3 is Twin, Ayers, and Gohan. Oh, I'll fix that. I'll fix your car. Alright, well, we'll get on to your interviews. Twin, do you want to start us off? Okay. We'll talk to Eris then. So Eris here finishing P2, running the very risky no pit strategy. We haven't seen that coming out of anyone in a little bit of a while in the GTI class. It almost worked today. However, did fall a little bit short at the end. Still taking home a very solid and very valiantly earned second place. But from your eyes, how'd the race go today?
I don't know. I was doing pretty okay. The 650 as usual being really inconsistent on its pace with tires, and also me not really knowing very well. The first couple laps were pretty okay until I had my big mess up, and then I had to kind of try to claw back a little bit. I ended up getting back to where I used to be, and I noticed that the fuel managed to kind of like fit in, almost like slot in right perfectly with 30 laps and the thirds of the fuel display, or so I thought. So I decided that I was going to run no pit. It almost worked to perfection because I was for a pretty long while I was staying like a second and something away from Twin. And then I looked down at my fuel, and then I did some quick math, and I noticed that I wasn't going to make it to the end of the race if I kept going like that. So I started coasting as much as I could. I even turned off my engine on the straight times to kind of like let it not drink fuel, because this is what my fuel gauge looks like after I parked the car at the podium at VC discussion. This is like the kind of fucking screenshot perf would post after a race, but with his tires.
True.
I would have loved to try and keep fighting for the.
Oh, so that's why that's why you're being so cautious for the last couple laps.
Yeah.
Okay.
I even considered straight up cutting the chicane, and then I noticed that it would have put me right on the cut limit, so I decided not to. I saw the message Gohan said that he was going to just drift everything, so I said, oh, okay, and I just started not trying to keep my pace up, because I was dropping like 3 seconds a lap from fuel saving and just coasting and riding out the straight and neutral. I could say that for a moment I was expecting to at least be able to kind of fight for P1, but then I don't remember on which lap, but I noticed that I was starting to oversteer a lot more than I was comfortable with controlling, and it was becoming really hard to try to negate the pace lost from the oversteer and trying to control that, and I was just starting to lose speed. So I started trying my best to just keep even, not necessarily trying to go faster. And it kind of worked until I saw my fuel, so I started slowing down, so I didn't DNF. Because in the end, I'm glad that I got the podium at least, because for mids I was really bummed. P3 would have been acceptable, but P2 is nicer. No pit strategy paid off. Like, again, I don't remember when the last time I was able to properly execute it was, but I know for a fact it was when the cars had the bigger fuel tank. That's really it. I don't have much else to say. Pretty good race. Fun battling with Twin for the total sum of like 2-3 laps, and then I started dropping back again. Battles at the start were cool. The start was nice. I wish it would have been a grid start though, because you know the track's kind of designed to accommodate them, make them as easy to do as possible. But I guess we didn't get one. Looking forward to the I4s and tomorrow for the 2 other races that follow. And yeah, that's really it.
Alright. Well, thank you, Eris. Enjoy the second place trophy. I think this is your first second place trophy from this race. So, let's see who else is out there. If you guys want to be interviewed, you can stick around. We do not have Gohan. We do have Nico. Let's see if Nico wants to do an interview. No. All right. To be fair, Nico, you were kind of just out there, just running laps today. Out there in P4. You got put into the void. The too far back to be competitive, but not far back enough to where you're with the back markers. Bro's just in the back rooms. So, fair enough. So next up, I guess we'll interview Dapcat, and then we'll move on to setting up the stock i4s, which will be running today at 5 p.m. All right, Dapcat. So finishing here today in the top 5, managed to snag it in probably about the halfway point of today's race. However, a pretty solid race. What do you got to say about today's performance and just race overall?
I would say today's race went incredibly clean. I think I only got like 1 or 2 cuts. One of them being because my brakes basically failed and sent me into the infield. And so I was kind of scrambling to get back onto the track. But other than that, battling with P6 and P7 was a majority of my race because the starting, I kind of dropped back and 7 passed me, and so I had to catch up with 7 and 6. But overall, won that battle. My tire strategy, the fuel and tire went really well. I probably could have stretched fuel and tire out for a little longer, but you know, I didn't want to play it too unrisky, and it kind of played out well for me because in the end I was able to stay ahead for P5. P6 was catching me towards the end. Like those last 4 laps were pretty hairy because I was getting low on tire. But other than that, I mean, I think the race was really nice and clean. A lot of competitors were really pushing me to get those 130s. I think my fastest was a 130.6. So, you know, it was a really good race overall.
All right. Well, one, that is a great thing to hear. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on?
I think the last thing I'd say is shout out to R15 and Mitch. Both gave me a good run for my money, and I enjoyed that.
Yippee! All right. Well, thank you there, Dapcat. We're gonna move on to finishing the stream up again, guys. Thanks for turning out today to make this a pretty decent finale for the stock i4s. I know we've been having a lot of issues with the GTIs. We'll be getting on to the stock i4s in a bit. Of course, I've been having some activity issues with the GTI class, but I'm very glad to see that things are going pretty well. That being said, there's one more race today, which is the stock i4s. Stock i4s is going to be racing at 5 p.m. We'll probably be doing a 30-lap race, which for 20-second lap times on the teardrop oval, it's going to be a relatively long race. So that'll be fun to do. And hopefully we'll see people there. That is going to be the encore to the stock i4s. Might be the last race we run them at. So we'll see if that actually turns out to be true. I cannot guarantee anything. But I'm going to start preparing the game for the stock i4s. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in a few hours. Also tomorrow at 12 we'll be doing Formula Micros, and 2 p.m. for the final race of the season, the Super Indies, the last race with the last class with the true battle going on, I believe, for the championship. So we'll see you guys there.